Guys and girls, it's know it time!
So guys, so your topic today is actually multiplying radicals. Now, multiplying radicals is an easy concept, but it takes a practice to master. Here's how it works. Multiplying radical works just like fractions did. Okay, radicals and fractions, they really are very, very similar to each other. For example, if I give you 2 over 3 times 1 over 5. Go ahead and solve this. Most of you should be able to get it just by looking at it. Okay. There's no tricks. I'm not here to fool you and say this is how this is. Darshil, take a guess. What goes on top, Darshil? Nope. Close. Remember, no LCD. Malika, take a guess. What's on top? Harmeet, what's on the bottom? 15. See, when you multiply fractions, you multiply top with top, bottom with bottom. Okay? Or numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. When you work with radicals, it's the same concept. Now, I'm going to show you the way the textbook teaches you, and I'll show you my own little trick. So let's just do a simple radical stuff. Okay? Let's call this 3. This is a simple square root. 2x squared. So let's highlight everything inside the square root. Okay. Before I ever call this the stuff, but there's a mathematical term for this, the thing inside the square root. I will give anyone 1 card if you know the term inside the square root. Hands up. Jessica? Wow. You actually got it. Like who taught you that? Who taught you that? Oh, you learned from last year. This is called the radicand. Okay. It's the stuff inside the square root. Now the outside square root is called the coefficient. Coefficient. These are just some basic terminologies. When multiplying radicals, you're going to follow a simple little procedure, just like fractions. When multiplying radicals, remember to multiply coefficient. We don't have to convert anything with coefficient. Radicand with radicand. That's all we're gonna do. Okay? Just like numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. Now, I like to call this, instead of using all these fancy words, let's do it simple. Outside with outside. Okay. Inside with inside. It's a bit easier to understand, but it's the exact same concept. Now, I'm going to write a little star for star. Before you multiply, come on, where's my ink? Before you multiply, try to reduce first. Simplify first. I'm going to give you your first question. And I want to see, just practice. I'll start off easy. I'm not going to show you anything. You're going to just follow exactly what I said. See how you can come up with the right answer to this. 2 root 7 times 4 root 75 equals to, I'm not going to show you, I'm going to pause it. I'm going to let you have a few minutes to try this on your own, just following basic rules that I've been teaching you. Guys, gals. So guys, I walked around and I asked about 5 students. On all 5 of them said, hey, Mr. No, That's going to be 40 root 21, which is correct. Many ways of doing this. Some of you, let's just do the gung-ho approach and say, hey, let's just multiply this straight out right away. And you have 8 root, and then you went 75 times 7, which is 525. And then you break it down to 40 root 21. Okay. That's one way. Or, let's follow this instruction right here. Try to simplify first. If you simplify first, it makes your life a lot easier. Because it's easier to break down later. 2 root 7. And who haven't asked yet? Yuvraj. What's 4 root 75 simplified into? 20 root 3. See how easy it is now? I don't have to use any large numbers. And no matter what way you do, 40 root 21. Guys, gals, try the next one. A bit more challenging for you. 7 root 3. Open bracket. 5 root 5 minus 4 root 3. I want you to expand and simplify. I'm going to pause it. So guys, I walked around and I saw a lot of you with different answers. Most of you have it partially correct. There's around 5 of you who has it perfectly correct. So a lot of you went, hey mister, let's just expand this out. This is called distributive properties. Okay. So we're going to expand this out and you get 35 root 15 minus 28 root 9. You circle this and then say, hey, life is good. But there's something wrong with this. We're not done yet. Oh, what is wrong? Malika, what's wrong with this? Sorry? I can solve it further. Which part? Can I solve this one or this one? Which radical can I work with? The first one or the second one? The second one. I want you to highlight the second one right here. See, root 9 breaks down into something really, really nice. Root 9 breaks down into one simple number. And that is just simply 28 times 3. Because the square root of 9 is 3. Guys, gals, go ahead, punch in your calculator if you need to. So you have 35 root 15 minus 84. Voila. But who, where, what, when, why? Okay. So here's another easy memorization trick. When you have a square root times itself, the square root disappears. For example, if I go root 5 times root 5. See? Notice I have a square root times itself. The square root disappears and all you do is left with 5. I'm going to give you a few more questions to practice this on. I said I want you to be sharp with this. Good luck with this one, guys. 2 root 2 plus root 12 times 3 root 2 minus 4. Wowzers. Okay. It looks challenging, but is it that bad? Not really. I'm going to pause it. If you're lost on how to do this, if I look at this, just a general look right now, I can simplify root 12. So let's rewrite this question properly. 2 root 2 plus, this becomes 2 root 3? 2 root 3. 3 root 2 minus 4. Now, a lot of you got stuck because you forgot how to FOIL this out. Remember, to FOIL this out, we take this first one and we're going to multiply with all these second stuff. So go ahead if you haven't done this right now. I take 2 root 2 minus 4 times 2 root 2. And look at this. I'm going to show you one neat thing. See this root 2? I have a root 2 here. So we know the square roots will cancel out. So you're going to get 6 times 2 because the square roots cancel out already. Okay. Now be careful. Some of you made boo-boos right here. That's a minus sign. Minus 8 root 2. So once you finish that part, we're going to take my second piece and multiply it with this. So you haven't done so, you guys got to take a minute right now and multiply it out on your own. Okay. So this becomes plus 6 root 6 minus 8 root 3, and you would get 12 minus 8 root 2 plus 6 root 6 minus 8 root 3. I accept this answer perfectly fine. Or if you say, hey Miss Snow, I can also factor the 2 for each one of these. It works also perfectly. Or if you want to take it one step further, you can get 2 6 minus 4 root 2 plus 3 root 6 minus 4 root 3. Either one is fine. Guys, voila. So take a look at where you went wrong. This is the level you got to be at. But remember, the highest I ever asked you to work with is called cubic functions. Let's see if we can do cubic functions with this one. Same concept. There's no tricks. 9 cube 2w. This is going to be 4w cubed plus 728 cube and let's say minus cube of 2w. I'm going to pause it again and just let you have a good try at it. Alright guys, so let's start with this one. Again, I see distributed, so watch what you're going to do carefully. I'm just going to multiply out the first part, no tricks again. So you should have 9, again, this stays here. And I go inside with inside. Okay. So keep it simple. Who haven't asked? Ruby, what's on the inside going to be? 8w squared, correct. Then we're going to move on to the next one. Same concept. Harsh, what's the next one going to be? Plus, let's do the outside with outside. 9 times 7. Good. What's on the inside, Harsh? 56w. Good. See? Again, no tricks. I keep it simple. Minus. Be careful about this one. Here is where some of you I know will make the error. I purposely put this in here for a reason. See, this will be 9. Now, what goes after the 9? Manraj, what goes after the 9? I haven't asked you today, so I'm going to ask you. Now, here's your question. Does this cube and this cube cancel out, leaving you with 2w? No. That's where the flaw is. See, a lot of you say, hey, Miss No, if these two are the same, so when I multiply, shouldn't it cancel out? The answer is no. They won't cancel it out. See, here's the reason why. I'm going to go over on the side. When you go root 2 times root 2, you get root 4. So basically, that becomes 2, so they cancel out. When you go root x times root x, you get root x squared. And that becomes x, so they cancel out. But look what happens when you go cube root of 2w times cube root of 2w. Would you agree that's going to be the cube root of 4w squared? See, nothing breaks down nicely in 4w squared. So this is the trick behind this one. Okay. when you work with cube roots, it's a lot more challenging. So this is cube 4w squared. Guys, gals, I'm going to say this right now. This is not your final answer. I'm going to pause this again and give you another minute. Try to. So remember my cube numbers that I told you to work with? 8, 27, 64, so on, so on. These are, when I'm working with the cube roots, these are the numbers I use. So, who haven't I picked on today? Harneet. Let's look at this one. What can I break this one into? Simplify this one for me, please. Yes, it does. So this, would you agree, then becomes 18 cube root of w squared? Yep, because 8 perfect is going to be that. Now I'm going to break down the middle piece. Harneet, choose the student for me, please. Harneet, anyone? Who? Malika, what about the middle piece? A bit more challenging. Yep, just give me is how you say. Good, 126, yep. Cube root 7w is correct. Now, if you're having trouble, say, where did Malika come up with this? 56 can be broken down into, so just on the side somewhere. 56 can be broken down into 8 times 7. Okay. And that breaks down into 2 cubed 7. And finally, guys, this last piece is just the way it is. Minus 9 cube 4w squared. High five your friend because there's your final answer. Was it that hard? No, not really. Just takes a bit of skills and a bit of practice. After break, I'm going to give you your work. So, I'm going to pause this. So guys, for your practice, I want you to do this. Page 289. Numero 1 to 5. That's it. It's all this has to do is multiplying radicals. Practice over and over again. Now, I'm going to give you about 25 minutes or so in class time just to work on this. After 25 minutes, we're going to go over division. And then we're going to do some more division tomorrow. And then we will wrap up this chapter tomorrow. We're done this chapter. And we're going to do a lot of times. I don't know what we're going to do. It's going to be, yeah, that's it. So, that's it. Have fun. Enjoy.